$500 million superyacht isn't a symbol of freedom, it's a psychological trap. For decades, a private vessel was the peak of success, but today's billionaires are realizing these ships are actually anchors. This is the story of how Maybach is turning the sea into a social experiment. I'll show you exactly why 2026 is the turning point for these mobile, sovereign enclaves in a moment, but first, we have to look at why the old way of owning a ship is completely failing. The illusion of absolute freedom is often anchored in steel, floating in the harbors of Monaco or the Maldives. For generations, the ultimate marker of human success was the title to a superyacht, a massive, silent statement that one has conquered the horizon. Yet, if Marcus Aurelius were to walk the docks of Saint-Tropez today, he would see something far more unsettling than mere wealth. He would see the anxiety of the finite. He would see hundreds of multi-hundred-million-dollar vessels sitting motionless in the heat, bleeding capital through void periods where they serve no one, not even their owners. The irony is that the very ship meant to give you freedom ends up owning you, losing value every second it sits empty. We are entering an era where ownership is becoming a liability, and in this friction, a new, quieter form of status is emerging, the commodified experience. This transformation is driven by an elite realization that a vessel standing empty in a marina is not power, it is a profound logistical failure. True sovereignty in the modern age is not about holding a physical deed to a hull that depreciates with every wave, but about mastering the absolute fluid mobility of access. This shift is precisely what the Maybach Ocean Club aims to solve, not by selling you a ship, but by selling you a reprieve from the burden of possession. With the scheduled maiden voyage of Beyond Horizons in 2029, Mercedes-Maybach is signaling a pivot that feels less like a corporate expansion and more like a psychological evolution. This expansion represents the brand's ultimate journey beyond luxury automobiles and branded real estate like the Mercedes-Benz Places Towers, directly resurrecting their historical 1920s legacy of crafting high-performance internal combustion engines for premier marine craft and airships. This is not a cruise ship, nor is it a floating residence in the style of the world. It is, in essence, a fractionalized social experiment. By leveraging the expertise of Captain Matthias Boss, who spent 15 years at the helm of the legendary Lady Moura, the club transforms the yacht from a static, decaying asset into a dynamic, social currency. Boss observed a fundamental truth during his time with the Saudi elite. These vessels were rarely used. They were underutilized monuments to ego. By shifting to a membership model where 300 co-owners share the vessel, the void is eliminated. The ship never sleeps. By aligning incentives around repeat usage, shared ownership stakes, and year-round cultural continuity, this private members club takes the headache out of owning a yacht and replaces it with a ready-made community of peers. The design philosophy of Beyond Horizons is a direct rebellion against the traditional hierarchy of the sea. In the past, the owner's deck was the physical manifestation of status, a sprawling, untouchable penthouse that separated the master from the guest. Maybach has dismantled this. By creating 30 identical 242-square-foot suites, the vessel forces a radical equality upon its members. There is no best room to claim, no hierarchy to navigate. Every single suite is built with an identical layout, custom-dressed by Mercedes-Benz design and naval architects Dolker plus Vogts, complete with its own private terrace looking out over the water. Imagine being a billionaire and having the exact same room as the guy next to you. In the old world, that's a nightmare. In the new world, it's the ultimate flex. This is not merely an architectural choice. It is a profound nod to the shift in modern luxury, where the value is no longer derived from being the most isolated person in the room, but from being part of a curated, high-density community. It recognizes that for the modern elite, particularly the US-based demographic that constitutes 70% of early interest, the scarcity of genuine connection is far more profound than the scarcity of space. To preserve this atmosphere, the ship rejects the dense footprint of mega-resorts, capping total occupancy at just 72 guests to foster the social density of an elite club where hand-vetted community of peers can form lasting, multi-generational relationships. This movement is occurring against a backdrop of global fragility, serving as a tactical hedge against the chaos of 2026. With the world getting more chaotic, your usual vacation spots aren't safe anymore, making the Beyond Horizons a sovereign, mobile enclave. It is a bunker of opulence, designed for an age where security is a luxury. The vessel operates as a self-contained ecosystem, optimized with green methanol or biodiesel propulsion. But wait, it gets crazier. The main vessel is supported by a massive 70-meter auxiliary support vessel that carries an entire treasury of tenders, water toys, and helicopter transfer teams, so the main ship remains untouched by operational friction. Yet, Maybach is not alone in this race to redefine the relationship-driven ecosystem. The market is saturating with brands attempting to move beyond mere service and into the realm of lifestyle architecture. From the Orient Express Corinthian to the Four Seasons Eye, the ultra-luxury market is frantically trying to capture the loyalty of a demographic that is shirking traditional ownership. They are building chosen circles that standardize the previously chaotic, individualized experience of ultra-high net worth life. This collective rush to the ocean includes elite players like A Man at Sea and the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, all competing to anchor the world's traveling elite into relationship-driven networks that follow the seasonal rhythm of the global elite calendar, chasing the sun from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean. But while the West is obsessing over hand-vetted guest lists and 1920s heritage, China is taking a completely opposite approach, using raw tech to build the same experience at a massive scale. In China, where the billionaire headcount now rivals the United States, the philosophy is not about curated, shared communities but about algorithmic democratization. Richard Liu Expandery represents the other face of this future, the use of artificial intelligence, autonomous electric propulsion, and massive, optimized supply chains to mass-produce the billionaire experience. Operating out of the booming coastal industrial base of Shenzhen, this model responds directly to China's rapid rise to 610 billionaires on the global stage. While Maybach is romanticizing the golden era of 1920s ocean liners with green methanol and celebrity chefs, the Chinese model is treating the super yacht as a technological product to be scaled. It is the clash of two distinct civilizations, one seeking to refine the soul of the experience through human curation, and the other seeking to refine the efficiency of the experience through technological disruption. It is a direct confrontation between the traditional Western gatekeepers of invitation-only committees and an aggressive, new energy Eastern model designed to shatter production overheads and expand luxury to a mass scale. Why does this matter to you, the observer? Because both models, despite their opposing strategies, are responding to the same internal ache, the feeling that we are constantly chasing something just beyond the horizon. Whether you are paying 6 figures a year for a seat at the Maybach table, or purchasing an AI-driven vessel in Shenzhen, you are attempting to solve the same problem. You are looking for a way to quiet the noise of a chaotic world by retreating to the water. We have become obsessed with the mechanics of how we live, the membership clubs, the fractional shares, the AI-optimized cabins, often at the expense of understanding why we are fleeing to the sea in the first place. We run to the edges of the earth, setting up timeshare quotas and structural assets, because we are terrified of standing still with our own thoughts. Marcus Aurelius taught that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts, not the quality of your surroundings. He understood that a man can retreat into a palace, or a purple robe, or onto a ship, but if his mind is in chaos, the sanctuary becomes a cell. The Maybach Ocean Club will be a spectacular achievement of engineering and social design. It will offer experiences that are legitimately transcendent. But the psychological trap is the belief that the vessel is the solution. As these mega projects compete for dominance, the real luxury, the true, untouchable horizon, remains the clarity to look at the water and realize you do not need to own the ship, nor do you need to be a member of the club, to understand the stillness that brought you to the shore. The ocean does not know who holds the title. It only knows the tide. And in the end, that is the only constant.